wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Whoa, 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 ahoy, whoa, whoa, whoa. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and teddy pants less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and then we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we lay down our bets. No serious analysis, no expert critique, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks.
You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
Wasted World of Sports crew, ahoy! How's everybody doing? Welcome to State of Origin Game 2. And as I get things started over on the TikTok, we will welcome in our very special guest for the evening. Back once again, the Old Panther. Old Panther.
Hey, ahoy everyone. Big night tonight, Dan.
All right, so what have we got going on? What's our match predictions? What's our stats?
Well, I'm going to go for New South Wales, of course. I'm interested in a few of these things. You know, the record crowd back in Game 2, 2015, down there at Melbourne, 91,253, and they reckon they're going to surpass that tonight. It'll be interesting to see if they actually do it. You know, the general feeling is that Queensland sort of had the upper hand all the time in State of Origin, but when I went back over the last 10 years, there's not much between these teams. You know, Queensland has won 6 of the 10 series over the last 10 years, and when you look at points scored, there's not a great deal of difference. Gus Gould made a big point about Queensland being outscored by a big margin by New South Wales in the second half of games. But when I went through and checked the last 10 years, that's a different story. There's only 20 points difference between them in the second half over the last 10 years. And when you look at halftime leads, it's sort of split between them, 12-11 to New South Wales. One of the games was 8-all at halftime. So, you know, there's not a lot between these teams.
Dare I say that one of the differences between the two teams is a controversial decision here or there?
That's true. And it's happened both ways, hasn't it? One against Queensland and New South Wales. I remember the New South Wales fella that was sent off after about 7 minutes or something, right?
Yep.
And vice versa, yeah. And those are big moments in these games. And that's I know one bloke that I do admire is Phil Gould, and he consistently says these big moments that win the game when you take advantage of those big moments. Right? And that big moment can be something as simple as a drop ball. So yeah, not a lot between them.
Just before we go on, just want to say a shout out there. Jim Hales is from Bacolod City, Philippines. Bacolod City, Philippines. Guess what we're doing right now, Jim Howes? Over on the other screen here, off to my right, we've got the tennis on, where we are also watching Alex Ayala in the WTA tournament over there in Berlin. So, yes, Philippines go tonight. Bailey, thank you very much for the rose over on TikTok. Now, back to Old Panthers pre-game stats.
Yes, well, last 10 years, that's what I've been looking at, because I think anything beyond that's really relevant. But the winner of game 1 has won the series 6 out of 10 times. So that's fairly important. However, last 2 seasons, it's actually gone the other way. The loser of game 1 has won the series. So, you know, the stats and records, they're there to be broken, aren't they? Got to take that into account. There's an old saying, Dan, there's lies, damn lies, and statistics. You can make statistics say whatever you want, really. And I think an example of that would be what we've been talking about with Braithen Nasta and him wanting Cam Murray as a starting lock, because Cam Murray has started as lock on 3 occasions, and New South Wales has won those 3 games, so he reckons he should be starting lock because of that stat. I think that's just too small a sample.
Very much so, yeah. And what were the circumstances around those games? Yeah, I mean, there's so many factors that could play into something like that. I talked about that a little bit a year or 2 ago. I think it might have been when people were jumping up and down screaming for Mitch Moses to replace Nathan Cleary as the starting halfback. And I looked over, and the circumstances surrounding Mitch Moses and Origin games are just completely different to the circumstances around Nathan Cleary playing. So, yeah, stats are very easy to be skewed one way or another, depending on what point you're trying to make. Neutralizer, ahoy, mate. So do we see a send-off tonight? Do we see an equaliser? Will there be a blue marched for 10 minutes?
I don't think so. I tend to agree with what you said. I've got a feeling with all the controversy that Ashley Klein will keep the whistle in his pocket.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Gamer Mel, thank you very much for the koalas over there on TikTok. Much appreciated.
It's interesting, the talk around Nathan Cleary. There's a lot of people bag him and say that he hasn't owned Origin. It takes more than one player to win the game, eh? And I know I've said this before, and there's a couple of big forward ex-players who agree that it's the forwards that win the battles in these matches.
That's it.
If the forwards aren't on top, or at least equaling the opposition, it doesn't give your halves much time to get their job done.
Poor Laurie Daly, he's such a goof, isn't he? See him just wandering around there in the background.
I still have a bit of a laugh now and again about the when he was commentating on Fox Sports. They did a game up at Townsville, and after the game they were going to go to there's a casino up there, I believe. Townsville?
Yeah, probably.
And they wouldn't let Laurie Daly in because they thought he was drunk.
Skorenix, yes, kickoff is 8:05. By the time the kick actually comes, there's obviously all the pre-game stuff that they need to get through. That starts at 8 o'clock. The actual kickoff is slated for 8:05. What else have we got over there, Old Panther? Anything more you'd like to add?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens at half time. I know the game goes for 80 minutes, but looking back, the team that's been in front at half time and gone on to win is only split between the two of them. It's 11 Queensland, 12 to New South Wales. The interesting thing about this, though, is that the team that has been in front at halftime but then lost the game, it's actually happened to New South Wales 5 times. To Queensland's 1. So it's not really going to matter who's in front at halftime by those stats, because Queensland can just pick the ball up at any time and win the game, much like New South Wales did last game, I guess. Win it in the last minute.
Yep. And yes, Jason Callaway, that casino incident was in Queensland.
It was what?
Jason Callaway is saying, what? They wouldn't let Laurie Daly in? Must have been in Queensland.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So the game 2 stats favour New South Wales 6-4. And the winner of game 2 winning the series is 4 apiece. So, again, not much between these teams. The big difference is games in Melbourne. Queensland haven't won a game in Melbourne since 1995, and that was with the Neville Nobodies. Trevor Gilmeister was the captain of that Queensland team. And so that stat, the only stat that really puts either team way, way ahead. So, yeah, it's going to be a big thing for Queensland if they win it tonight.
Mr. 92 on the Twitch says, first try after half time usually takes the game.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, Neville's Nobodies, interesting. That was when Ben Eichen got plucked out of obscurity, right? And Fatty Vaughton didn't even know who he was. Fat tells the story about how he's in the hotel lobby waiting for the elevator, and Ben Eichen, who got the call up, comes into the hotel and walks up behind him and gets on the elevator with him and started talking to Fatty, who had no idea who this bloke was and thought he was just some employee at the hotel, pretty much just fobbed him off. And then he went into the team meeting and he saw the bloke that he saw from the elevator and he's like, mate, who are you? Ben Eichen got selected for the team. And yeah, he has a bit of a chuckle about that story now, about how he had no idea who Ben Eichen was. And now Ben Eichen's like the head of Queensland Rugby League. Quite possibly.
He was only a teenager when he came into that side, wasn't he?
Yeah, they plucked him out of total obscurity. I don't think he'd even played a full game like he was down in Queensland Cup.
Around about the Super League war time too, so there were a lot of the big name players missing from both sides, but apparently New South Wales was stacked with Kangaroos players, so they should have won that one, I guess. But
old Panther, we know the answer to this one. Some trivia in the chat room. Who's another father and son from Panthers and Sharks? Coach and player.
Another father and son.
Yeah.
Apart from us, they mean.
Oh, no. Coach and player. Yeah, obviously not including us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought we were more, famous than. Yeah. I've got it.
Yeah.
Have you got it?
Yeah, you'd be talking about the Langs, right?
Oh, sorry?
The Langs, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Johnny Lang and Martin. Yep. But Johnny Lang, he won the premiership for Penrith in 2003. But interestingly enough, when they interviewed him, he said that the premiership really belonged to Royce Simmons, who was the coach for a couple of years prior to that, because it was Royce who had to bring all those young players through because they got hit with injuries, and so very, very professional guy, John Lang. I had the honour, I think you could call it, when I was going for my coaching certificate, that he was trainer at one stage. You could just see just the way that he treated everyone, you could see why players respond to him, because it was always positive and always uplifting the people involved. Yeah. Johnny Lang, he was another one that represented Queensland. Played for New South Wales in the last interstate game before State of Origin, and then the next game was the Queensland Hookers.
Here come the teams out onto the field. We are getting closer and closer to kickoff. Opportunity here to fly through the chat room. Mookie, ahoy, mate. Johnny Michael, ahoy. I saw Odd Poppet there earlier. Odd Poppet, ahoy. Gamer Mel has renewed channel membership. 32 months Gamer Mel has been with us. So cheers for that. Gamer Mel. Fraser Kiori. A chill night for you and the missus. Just out of curiosity, who do the Kiwis support there? Fraser Kiori over in New Zealand. Who are a majority of the New Zealand supporters behind in State of Origin? Or do they just not watch? Nate, ahoy there, mate. I'm the guy, Paul, up the New South Wales Blues. Welcome along, everybody, as teams coming out onto the field. Ready for all the pre-game stuff. Same game multi for me. I've gone the Hammer, Mark Nawangani-Tawase, Harry Grant, and a little bit of a smoky here, Dylan Lucas. Dylan Lucas, a fresh face in the second row for New South Wales. My debutant multi in the game one didn't really pan out, so hopefully we get some more joy here in the second half. Blues out onto the field. Old Panther, any last tips, suggestions?
I reckon watch out for a big game from Mitch Moses. I think I lost my train of thought before when we were talking about Nathan Cleary. He has the ability to use the best of the players around him. I think we commented on this when he played in the test matches over in England. People reckoned that he didn't do much, that because he didn't stand out, team player, and he utilised Munster and Harry Grant around him then, so he didn't stand out, but he used the team's abilities to the best of the team, for the best of the team. And I think that's what will happen tonight. I think Mitch Moses will have a big game. Hopefully Nathan Cleary will have a huge game too, but I think it'll be Nathan who will be using their strengths more so than him standing out. Only my opinion.
Now, I completely understand the players when they're standing in line waiting for the anthems and everything. I completely understand the players arm in arm. There's 19, there's 20 of them these days, right? All in a line, arm in arm. But when you've got three match officials standing in the middle of the crowd with their arms around each other, it looks a bit weird. That's all I'm saying. Do you think they're trying to keep Ashley Klein off the telephone, or you know? Maybe, yeah. Got to keep those arms. What is it? Idle hands of the devil's playground. Got to keep those arms locked up until he needs them for the whistle. I've got another little smoky here. Api Coruscant was paying $12 for any time try. Api Coruscant coming off the bench. I think that you would expect that he'll get a fair amount of game time. We'll see, though. I think at $12,
that's pretty good there, Dan, because he's terrific when he comes on later on in the game, isn't he? As the big forwards start to tire.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've already got Harry Grant playing a similar role for Queensland. He's already in my main multi. Didn't have the can you imagine though? I did not have the balls. I didn't have the stones to put Coruscant in my main multi, but can you imagine? I mean, the level up in value $12 would bring. Geordie, ahoy, mate. Mr. 92 says, I wonder who Ashley has in his multi. Wow. In fairness, it did come out that he never actually gambled on the footy. So they say. So they say. I don't know how they police those sorts of things, but I mean, all you have to do, really, don't you, is get on the blower to a family member to put the bet on your behalf. Or is all family barred from... You know, there's certain things that family can't even... Direct family can't even participate in certain things, right? If you're involved. Anyway, I don't know.
Not sure how that would work, but Peter Volandis would have had plenty of experience in that with his horse racing job.
Yes. Adam Hugo says, "What's the old Panthers multi?" Just theoretically, if you had, yeah.
Oh, you're right. New South Wales.
Yeah. Leg one.
Mitchell Moses to score.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan to score, and let's see, what's your name? Kalen Ponga to get sent off.
Ah!
There you go.
Again, Kalen Ponga.
He's definitely he's got a bit of an issue with his defence, hasn't he?
His technique, yeah. We are moments away from kickoff. Game 2, New South Wales win. They wrap up the series. Queensland win. They force a decider at Suncorp. A situation that no Blue wants to be in. Yeah, Jason Callaway, my multi's already there. The Hammer, Tabuai Fado, Nwangani Tuase, Harry Grant, and Dylan Lucas. Ashley Klein as boos rain out across the stadium as his face is up on the screen. 10 seconds until kickoff. State of Origin, Game 2. The Blues to kick off. Ashley Klein tentatively blows the whistle. Queensland have first use. The ball sort of hangs up in the air. And it's Flegler taking the first hit up. 10 metres out from their own line. Queensland will start this game. Capewell, just shy of the 20. Oops, Queensland are running from right to left on the screen. There we go. I'll get that icon back down the right end of the field. Craig Kennett, ahoy, mate. Your dad is right about Ponga. He never got taught how to tackle. And I think he picked up some nasty habits in Origin camp as well under Billy Slater, to be honest. The Kung Fu Kalen, the karate kick. Fifth and last here for Queensland. 10 metres short of the halfway line. Munster puts the high ball up. And under it here for the first time in a blue jersey. Oh, he slips. Nwangani Tuase, welcome to Origin. Slips in the turf. His studs aren't long enough. Tedesco out of dummy half. And this is some decent field position early on. As Cleary slots into dummy half and brings it down this right edge. Robson back into midfield. And Mitchell Barnett takes it into the Queensland half just. 2 tackles left. Haas rumbles it up. What an inclusion. Pain in the Haas. Fifth and last. Cleary puts the high ball up. Blues jersey swooping through. Pressure on Ponga. Oh, he's taken it, Ponga, under the immense pressure of the kick chase. Did he have the legs out? Did he have the legs out a little too far? Keep an eye on that as the game progresses. Oh, here we go. Replay. Let's see that. No, he's stayed relatively upright there. Kalen. So there you go. The Kung Fu has been put in the back pocket, maybe. As Flegler. Just short of halfway. Fifth and last for Queensland again. Both teams navigating their opening sets. Munster, another high ball. Nwangani Tuase forward for it. Oh, and he takes it well. I talked about peppering him with the high ball early on. If there's a weakness in Marky Mark's game, it's the high ball. And he's answered both of them so far tonight. Stags Sets it up outside the 20. 3 minutes gone. And the game played between the two 20-metre lines at the moment. But New South Wales in early good field position. And now Kohler takes the fifth and last again, just back in the Queensland half. For Moses this time to kick. Oh, that's a monster kick, but not a good kick chase. It's a little too deep. And Ponga will take it under no pressure at the back. Queensland back in possession. David, ahoy there, mates. Up the Blues, 13 plus. Johnny Michael says Origin may well go to a decider. Kenan Talilo says go the Maroons. Wyatt's got a same-game multi. Marky Mark, Nathan Cleary, Bizza, and Ethan Strange to score. And hopefully Ethan Strange gets some game time. Walker drifts across field. Sends it out for Munster. They've got an overlap on the left as Marky Mark jams in. Cobbo up over halfway. And that's the first defensive misread there for Nwangani Tuase. Fifth and last. They grab it back to Marky Mark's edge. It deflects. It's called played at. Oh, controversy early. Ponga drifting across field. Links up with Toya. And now Queensland go on the attack. Munster out of dummy half. Nobody to pass to. Oh, now he gets it back for Ponga. Walker calling runners on the inside. Finds for Asua Malawi. And an interesting call for 6 again there. Didn't seem like Nwangani Tuase played it. A short ball for Capewell. A metre out. Staggs makes the hit. Oh, Harry Grant has the ball batted down. You can't attack the hands of the dummy half. And a blatant penalty right out in front. Queensland for first points. You simply just can't do that, Nathan. And a gift 2 points here for Queensland. 5 minutes in, absolute no-brainer to take this one, hey?
I think New South Wales would be happy if they take the 2, wouldn't they? They had them in a bit of disarray there.
Yeah, they were under the pump, that's for sure. Yeah, that was an interesting call early. 6 again off that deflection off Nwangani Tuase's boot. So, interesting start there. I suspected that his weakness was going to be under the high ball. He's diffused both high balls, but he got caught out jamming in on defence, and then he wasn't backed up in time for the grubber kick.
And they'll have to fix up that their defensive organisation. That once there was that bit of broken play, they were in all sorts of bother, New South Wales, weren't they?
Sammy Walker puts the penalty over, and it's 2-0 in favour of Queensland. Six minutes gone. And a pretty decent start to this game. Oh, Alex Iala wins the first set. Yeah, so Nwangani Tuase, obviously a target here for Queensland. Oh, Flegler spills it. Nwangani Tuase picks it up, flicks it back in field, and it bounces up for Staggs, who reaches out and puts it down. New South Wales score from the kickoff. Flegler drops it cold. Nwangani Tuase scoops it up. Big leg drive, gets the arms free, pops it out for Staggs. Oh, that's a massive mistake. Katoni, Staggs, an Origin try. Here we go, the kickoff. 10 out from the line. Flegler from the back fence forgot to take the ball with him and then forgot to clean it up. Nwangani Tuase gets the arm free. Katoni Staggs fights off an early tackle and all. That could be huge for Nwangani Tuase's game, that, because he would have been feeling a little deflated, you would suspect. Giving up the break and then giving up the 6 again. He's more than made up for it there, hey? 4 points to nil, kick to come. Tony Staggs.
Geez, that's the sort of thing you usually see New South Wales do, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Flegler. Unbelievable gift. All right. Well, now New South Wales are very happy Queensland took the 2.
Yeah.
Nathan Cleary, 10 in from touch on this right side. Puts it right down the middle. Of course he does. 6-2. Just like that. What a response from the Blues.
We've had only the one penalty.
Yep. And safe to say, absolutely nothing dubious about it at all. Thankfully. That's we're hoping at the end of the game that we're talking about a great game of footy and not the state of the referee as Barnett takes it up for New South Wales. 10 out from their own line. Everything's just that 10 metres tighter in State of Origin. Like, you anticipate a kickoff, you return to the 20 at club level. I think returning to the 10 is a pretty good start to the set at Origin level. Payne Haas. Good carry up the middle. 30 metres out from their own line now, the Blues. Suddenly with the wind in their sails. Tedesco dummies out to the left and takes the line on. 5th and last. Moses from inside the 40. Sends it deep. Backing up for it. Jojo Fafita. He'll bring it outside the 20. And a wall of Blues there to meet him. Lucas AU. Flegler made such a huge blunder, and it's mistakes that you just don't see normally at this level. We saw the Blues make quite a few of them in game 1, right? But yeah, even that wasn't up to that level. Is Cotter just short of the halfway line here on play 4. Asua Malawi straight ahead into the Blues half. 5th and last. 40 metres out from the line. Slow play the ball. Walker wants it on the right. Sends it deep. To'o plants himself under it. 10 out from his own line. To'o. He tries to duck under the wall of Queensland defenders in front of him. But importantly, he caught the ball. That's the main thing.
He didn't drop it.
He didn't drop it. Tedesco goes infield for Nwanganitawase, getting himself very heavily involved early on here. Is Marky Mark. Tedesco from dummy half goes straight up the middle. And he's brought down by Munster. Robson to Cleary. The baton from Staggs is in behind Nwanganitawase and into touch. Unless this has been deflected off a Queensland hand. There's a mistake back. Staggs scores the try. And now he gives up free possession. Queensland back on the attack. Jeez. The way this is going, this could be an enormously huge scoring game. Nickera on the edge of the 20. Troy Lamantia, ahoy mate. Walker out the back for Munster. Short ball Capewell over here on the left edge. Takes it inside the red zone. Munster. Fa'asua Malawi, short ball. Flegler holds on to it this time. Building nicely. Cotter in midfield. Put on his back just a couple of metres out. 5th and last. Harry Grant, where does he go? Out the back for Walker. Crossfield kick here. Fafita versus To'o. And To'o spills it. It's loose on the deck. Who's got to this one first? Ashley Klein wants to have a wee look at it. It's gone up as no try. To'o versus Fifita. And off To'o's arm and forwards. But let's see if there's a little grab here from Fifita. Kohler tries to retrieve it. First knock on Queensland. There we go. First knock on Queensland. It'll be New South Wales ball. Ten out from their own line. To'o versus Fifita, 1-on-1 in the air. A little bit of a stalemate, I guess you would say, in that circumstance. Yo takes it up the middle. Looks to offload as he turns, and he's put to ground in a three-man tackle. 35 out from their own end. Barnett shifts it on for Moses, who turns it inside for Young. Easy read there for the Queensland defence. 10 short of halfway. 6 again here for New South Wales. Haas will bring it up to halfway. And at the back end of this, they should be in an attacking, kicking range. Moses goes short for Hudson. 45 metres out now. Drifting across field with Cleary out the back. And now Staggs tries to get the weak shoulder of the Hammer. But it's a nice tackle. 40 out from the line. Cleary to Yo in midfield. Switches direction. 30 metres out now on play 4. Building nicely here, the Blues. Back inside for Barnett. Well read by Flegler and Cotter. 5th and last. Moses with the crossfield kick. Where does he land it? Nwangani Tuase coming through. Loses it forward. And it'll be Queensland ball. 6 points to 2. 13 minutes gone in this one.
I was saying earlier on that it would be a bit damp down there tonight. I couldn't see anything in particular about rain on the Bureau site, but you would imagine Melbourne will be a fair bit of dew, particularly later on. So those high kicks will be important.
As Queensland just get their first 6 again. Inside the 10, New South Wales too enthusiastic off the defensive line. Cotter goes short for Capewell. Half a gap. But it's shut down pretty quickly. Very flat pass there from Grant. Across field. Ponga now for Toya. Quick hands for Fifita. Kohler slides across and shuts him down before he gets too much room. But into New South Wales half they go. Walker steps back off the left, staying down that short side. He's caught a high shot here from Hudson Young. Queensland take offence to it. Now there's some push and shove. Penalty for high contact. And it was Britton Nikora who took offence to that and started the melee. A little bit of roughhousing. You love to see it.
Gordon Tallis would have a laugh about that one, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah. Gordy's just like, that's what we were encouraged to do back in my day. As Queensland find touch 20 metres out from the line. Munster, where's he go? He goes left for Capewell. Lots of carries for Capewell here in the first half. Grant out a dummy half for the Hammer. Hammer tries to step around Staggs. He's brought down a metre out. Munster across the face of the post for Trent Liero, who's on the field early. 2 tackles left. 5 metres out here, Queensland. Walker on for Ponga. And Nikora angling back in. Takes the 5th and last. Couple of metres out. Walker, Grubbers in behind the line, looking for the post, I'm pretty sure, but it goes dead in goal, 7 tackle set. I'm certain he was looking for the post there. Now Wanga Nitawase races out to take the tap. And he brings it out to the 30. 7 tackle set, this one for New South Wales. To'o. Carried across field a little bit. Robson out of dummy half, turns it back in field for Young. Pops it up for To'o again. Back-to-back tackles for To'o. 10 short of halfway as Yo for Cleary. They send it into midfield. Lucas. Tackled on halfway through the set. Cleary. For Moses. They attack left now. Kohler tries to go in and away on Toya. And Toya clings onto his pants. Moses is controlling that side of the field. Tedesco, cut out pass right for Staggs. 1-on-1 with the Hammer again. Hammer stays with him. 5th and last, 35 metres out. Cleary puts the high ball up. Not a deep kick. Ponga comes forward for it. It's batted back. And then, towed through by Cleary. Taken easily on the 20 for Queensland. And they got that all a little bit wrong. Cobbo charges into the defensive wall. Mitch Barnett and Payne Haas. I'd want to rethink that one, Cobb. 2 of the biggest blokes on the field to run at. This is where Old Panther, we would have seen Cameron Smith kick from dummy half on tackle 3. Turn New South Wales around, kick a 40-20, something like that. 5th and last. On their own 40, Queensland finding meters hard to come by. Munster puts the high floating kick up for Tedesco to come forward for it. Gets himself in a good position there, Teddy. He turned around slightly to face his own goal line, so if he drops it, it's a knockback. But then I don't know about the... he obviously didn't have the confidence that he was going to take it cleanly at the same time, like Dylan Edwards would have. But I digress. New South Wales now through Payne Haas. Back into Queensland's half. Look at the post contact of Payne Haas. Tedesco for Cleary on this right edge. Dummy steps back in field. And Capewell stays with him every step of the way. Moses will put the high ball up. Lands it about 15 out from the line. Ponga forward for it. Takes it well. Very safe under the high ball, Kalen. Cobbo doing a lot of the carries out of yardage. Which is not surprising. He's a big body. And we got Lindsay Collins ready to come onto the field for Queensland. As Munster is sacked by Robson. Racing up and putting pressure on. Nikra out on the right edge, and it's all looking a little flat here for Queensland. 5th and last, Walker from inside the 40, a low flat kick on the bounce. It sits up at the back, and New South Wales will be in quality field position here. 10 short of halfway to start the set with Tedesco. To'o dances across field. 5 short of halfway. Nwanga Nitawase now. Into Queensland's half and a good carry. 40 metres out from the line, halfway through the set. And here is Cam Murray as New South Wales get a 6 again. Big 6 again. Yo at first receiver. Back for Robson. Cut out pass right for Cleary. Turns it inside for Murray. Oh, Munster got himself a little too close to the play the ball there. It's another 6 again. Oh, high contact there on Moses as he takes it to the 20. Oh, they want a penalty for that one. Cleary turning it back again for Yo. They're making some meters off that inside ball. 15 out from the line now, building nicely. Moses out the back for Tedesco. Quick hands for Kohler. Angling back in and spins away from one. 10 out just to the left of the post. Still 3 tackles left. Robson, the double pump out the back for Cleary, who grubbers through. Fires it over to Nwangani Tuase. And there's the try. Tick number 1 off the multi. Mark Nwangani Tuase scores on Origin debut. Nathan Cleary puts the grubber kick in. It deflects back into his hands. And he throws the floater over the top for Nwangani Tuase, unmarked in the right corner. What about that one, Old Panther?
These blokes just amaze me. Like the vision that they have to spot when that opposition wing player's too far in.
And he was in a long way.
Yeah.
Cobbo, about 15 metres in field. Here we go. The grubber kick through. Munster. Try confirmed. A tick off the multi. Nwangani Tuase. Welcome to Origin footy for the first time, for the last time. Because he's going back to rugby union. $10 points to 2. The kick to come from out wide. 18 minutes left in this opening half. Beautiful work there from the Blues. Well, not a slow start tonight.
No, that was the big thing, wasn't it? They needed to start. They needed to start with their mind on the job, and they've done it so far.
Nathan Cleary from the sideline to make it a 10-point game. Michael, ahoy, mate. Harry needs a 40-20 or something. Peter Okori, ahoy, mate. Maroons tonight for me. Broggs, FSS, go the Blues. And Gamer Mel's all blue, of course. Nathan Cleary from the sideline for a 10-point lead. Moves in, strikes it on target, right down the middle. From the right touchline, Nathan Cleary makes it 12 points to 10. 12 points to 2, sorry. In the first half here for the Blues. A much improved first half performance.
Thing is, they've got to keep it up for 80 minutes.
Yes.
These blokes only need to score 1 try and they'll suddenly lift. Eh?
That's exactly it. Never give a Queensland team a sniff. Ponga gets us back underway. The kickoff goes very close to the sideline. Payne Haas will rumble it back. Payne in the Haas. Almost up to the 20-metre line. Oh, breaking news. What have we got here? Oh, Tino for Asawa Malawi. Category 2 HIA.
Clashed heads with, I think, one of his mates.
Yeah, some friendly fire. Murray on for Cleary as the Blues shift to the right early. Stags dummies and loses the ball. Oh, Katoni.
Overplaying his hand, didn't he?
Yeah, greedy. Greedy guts. Great big greedy guts. Katoni. Unmarked man on the outside. That could be a big mistake.
Oh well.
Oh, well, it was knocked out, but still,
Yeah.
loose carry. Cameron Munster. What an effort. Queensland.
Had to do some defending in their half, haven't they?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Queensland with an opportunity now to strike back. Liero Taken down by Stags, trying to make up for that mistake. Munster out the back for Walker. Ponga can't get on the inside of Kohler. Tackle had to be made. They had an overlap to the right, Queensland. Plath's on the field, so Billy's rolled out the interchange bench. Liero for Walker as they shift right. Ponga stepping back infield. Fifth and last, 10 metres out. Walker, crossfield kick. It's a little bit far out from the goal line. Hammer spills it backwards. Cleary taps it for Nwangani Tawase. And New South Wales survived that one. Stags out to the 20. Maybe it's time to think about some replacements for Laurie Daly as well. I know that he's got Cameron Murray out there, but starting to see some very flat-footed blue jerseys. Collins puts a big hit on Murray. Try and put a big hit on Haas. Here he comes, 10 short of the halfway mark. Moses with the kick. It's a monster. Backing up for it is Cobbo. Coco Faticho. You just noticed the big screen in the background? What on here on my screen? That's the old Panther. That's my dad. He does talk, I promise. Queensland now 30 metres out from their own end. Lindsay Collins carries it up to the 40. Edgardo Perez, ahoy mate. Walker out the back for Munster. Now they've got an overlap left. The Hammer takes on Stags, beats him, fends off another. Hammer in open space. Tedesco to beat. Tedesco brings him down. 20 metres out. Front foot ball for Queensland. Grant goes off down the blind side. Fires it back in field for Munster. It's the fifth and last. Walker, short ball for Plath. Wrapping around with Liero. And Trent Liero scores. Oh, the tries. The difference in the tries is just amazing. Queensland Origin tries are built from miles out. And there's another example. Trent Liero with a State of Origin try. The Hammer beats Katoni Stags, fends away from Dylan Lucas. Taken down by Tedesco. And then the heads-up play for Harry Grant. Spotted the space down the blind side. Munster somehow gets the arm free and throws it around the corner. Plath keeps it alive. Liero runs a perfect angle. Here they come.
A lot of those New South Wales players had their back to the play down that blind side.
12 points to 6. Kick to come. Trent Liero right beside the post. The Hammer. That's the difference between a Queensland Origin try and a Blues Origin try. They just never know when to give up, these guys. Converted from right in front, Sam Walker. Oh, who have I missed? Ah, Nwangani Tawase. Yeah. I got so excited about him being in my multi, I think I forgot to put his actual try up. So 12 points to 8 after that successful conversion. Do we know if it's a sellout, this game?
Haven't seen anything about the attendance yet.
Oh, Cameron Munster's been sent for a HIA. Munster's been sent for HIA.
Must be a New South Wales doctor.
Oh, no, he's not.
No?
Someone's been sent for a HIA. Cotter's coming back out onto the field. Oh, yeah, it is Munster. So Munster has been sent for a HIA. There we go. Off he goes. Cameron Munster, HIA. Well, that's huge in of itself. Tedesco with the restart. Sending it deep to the goal line. Ponga takes it, I believe, and gives it to Lindsay Collins to run it back. Collins from the back fence, taken by Victor Radley. The Blues do have some troops out there now. 20 out from their own line. Youngie, ahoy, mate. No, Ruben Cotter came back out onto the field, so... And speak of the devil, here he is, Cotter. Oh, Ponga bobbles the ball. Claims it on the second attempt. Nearly a huge mistake, that one. Fifth and last, 30 metres gained off that set. The kick downfield taken by Tedesco, 10 short of halfway. 11 and a half minutes remaining in this opening half. 12 points to 8 in favour of the Blues, but it's Queensland with all the momentum at the moment. Off the back of that spectacular try to Trent Liero, who is in nobody's multis. None that I've seen anyway. Moses drifts across to the left. Tedesco for Kohler. Straightens the attack, spills the ball, but penalty for high contact. Put it into the corner. Not going to win this game going up in twos. Oh, straight across the schnoz there from Sam Walker on Tolu Kola. And into the corner it goes. 20 metres out from Queensland's line. Inside the final 10 minutes of the half. Radley. Victor the Inflictor. Aaron Lynch, ahoy, mate. That's my dad, the old Panther.
Hi, folks.
Yo. Sets it up inside the 20. 15 metres out from the line. Robson goes on a dart. Sends it left. Moses, short ball. Well read by Queensland here. 10 metres out. Murray at first receiver for Cleary. Moses, the short ball for Staggs. Gives it to Nwangani Tawase. And he spills it over the line. Queensland drift across. Force him into touch and he can't get the ball down. But he's looking threatening. Nwangani Tawase in attack, looking very, very threatening. Cobbo pushes him across, make sure he gets some impact on the ball as well.
Oh.
There's not a lot in it, I tell you.
Oh, close, isn't it?
There is not a whole lot in that. He's done an amazing effort there, Nwangani Tawase. He knows how to find a try, this bloke. 12 points to 8. It stays. 9 minutes to go. Cameron Munster, Category 2. Undergoing his HIA. But Asua Malawi's been cleared. He can come back in onto the field at some point. As Maxi Plath runs into a big hit by Victor Radley. We're starting to see some monstrous hits come in now. Both teams. Potter stands in the tackle. 5 short of halfway. Oh, Liero with the bobble. Radley cleans him up. Radley gets him high. And now push and shove. Radley and Collins, the two Roosters teammates. Victor Radley and Lindsay Collins going toe-to-toe. That's what you like to see. Oh, he's just leading with his head again, Victor Radley. He's got that poor technique where he just missiles in with his head out in front. And he's cleaned up another one. Penalty here to Queensland. On report. No doubt about it. Ponga with the touch finder. 25 metres out from the New South Wales line. 9 minutes to go until the halftime break. Hammer taps it. Fires it in field now. Fa'asua Malawi. Brought down. Tackle one. This could be a huge moment in the game. Queensland have been under the pump this first half. If they take the lead into the break, my God. Massive. Walker. For Ponga. Hammer taps on for Cobbo. Slips. Stag slips as well. And they sort of fall onto the ground on top of each other. Grant for Cotter and Plath as they shift to the right now. Nikora. Has he taken one high by Victor Radley again? Oh, he's got to fix this up, Victor. Penalty to Queensland. Well, he was slipping into the contact, but back-to-back high tackle penalties. Eight minutes to go. What do they do here, Queensland? They tap and go. Fa'asua Malawi, 10 out from the line. 8 minutes remaining. Grant, dummies right, spins and brings it back to the left for Ponga. Capewell running back on the inside. Ponga has shifted up into the halves, of course, with Munster off for the HIA. 5 meters out now for Fa'asua Malawi. Plays it halfway through the set. Grant from dummy half for Plath. They're a meter out, just to the left of the post. Grant for Walker. Ponga. Cut out pass for Toya. Toya tries to go in and away on Kohler. And Tedesco slides across as well. They're a meter out from the line here on the fifth and last. Walker to Cotter. Out the back to nobody. It's loose on the deck. Hammer toes it through. And it's batted into touch by Stags. Queensland ball. Tony Staggs just says, I don't want any piece of this. And bangs it over into touch. The Blues, they're holding on. Clinging on here for dear life. Walker for Cotter. 5 meters out. This is big pressure. Walker thinking about turning it inside for Liero, but goes on his own. Right in front of the post. Grant to Fa'asua Malawi. Half a gap opens up. He beats Robson. And he's put on his back a meter out here. Big Tino. Slow play the ball. Harry Grant does his best to try and milk the set restart. Ashley Klein wanted none of it. Walker with the grubber kick through. Lead in the chase. Brian To'o. He's there to save the day. Goal line dropout here for the Blues. To'o versus Toya. I'll tell you what, I thought it was a nothing kick there from Walker. Oh, this has been knocked on by Toya. It'll be 20-meter restart Blues. Wow. That's a huge result. Massive result. Approaching the halftime break. Turns into a Blues 20-meter restart. Wow, they needed this set of six, the Blues. They
did.
There was, 6 or 7 in a row by Queensland.
Oh, look at that. Play the balls in opposition 20, 17-5.
In favour of Queensland.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just looked up, they've got a completion rate of something like 94% at the moment.
Robson out of dummy half and into Queensland's territory. Flicks it back from Murray. There was a little bit of a hopeful look there from Victor Radley up to the referee as he thought he'd copped a high shot. And he just sort of looked at Ashley Klein like, do I only get penalised for these, mate, or do I receive them as well? As Cobbo takes the high ball, and it's a good kick chase by Staggs. Cobbo driven back. Oh, Coruscant, he's itching to get on there. Yeah. Queensland have been turned away, and they're back down inside their own 20. Fifita plays it. Cobbo takes another carry. 5 minutes until the halftime break. Walker kicks early here from inside the 40. Taken on the fall by To'o. He didn't have the angle on it anyways. And To'o brings it back to the 30. New South Wales in possession. They've survived an onslaught by Queensland and maintained the lead. That could be a critical period, that 10 minutes before the halftime break, especially if they walk away with points here themselves. Hudson Young just short of halfway. And now Radley for Cleary. They shift right. Tedesco for Staggs. Staggs can't get through the hammer again. He's been well contained tonight, Katoni. Yes, he did get that try, of course, but that had nothing to do with being contained or not. Now they shift left. Kohler. Again, he can't get on the outside of his man. Fifth and last. Moses with the high ball. Down the middle. Who's covering it? Cobbo's covering it. And Cobbo takes it well in the end. I think there was a little miscommunication. But Cobbo gets the job done at the end. 3 minutes 30 until the break. 12 points to 8. The Blues.
The Queensland length of the field try coming up here.
Cotter brings it outside the red zone. Liero on for Walker. Ponga has some space out to the right for Toya. Well tackled by To'o. Fifth and last. Walker. A low flat dink in over the top. Straight down the throat of Nwangani Tawase. What the hell was that kick by Sam Walker? 10 short of halfway. 3 minutes until the break. This has just presented an opportunity for New South Wales. That kick. Though they'll need to do a bit better than this. 2 tackles gone, 1 meter made. Yo. Steps back in and gets the weak shoulder of Plath. Moses turning it back in for Tedesco. 6 more tackles. No, I thought it was deflected off Queensland. He does well to maintain possession though, Tedesco. Hudson Young breaks the line. Cotter brings him down 40 metres out on the 5th and last. Cleary puts the high ball up. A sea of blue jerseys through. Nwangani Tuase bats it back. Deflects off Queensland. 6 more tackles, Blues. 20 metres out. 2 minutes until the break. Full set of 6 incoming. Numbers left. Hudson Young tries to go straight up the guts. Another set restart. Robson stays short side. Moses steps around the tackle of Cotto, but he's taken down by Toya. Big line up to the right here. Cleary turns it back inside for Radley. Just a settler here on play 3. 5 metres out. Murray for Cleary. The no look for Tedesco. Staggs quickly on to Nwangani Tuase. 3 Queensland jerseys drift across and shut him down. 5 metres out on play 4. Yo in midfield. Moses for Kohler. Quick hands for To'o. Queensland drift across well and shut it down. To'o still manages to beat one. Flicks it out. Oh, they've got to get to ground, Hudson. Get to ground, Hudson. Take it into touch. Fantastic defense from Queensland. Should never have been in that situation, the Blues.
That opportunity.
To'o should have just gone to ground there, taken the tackle. Hudson Young was caught in no man's land.
Here comes that try I was predicting.
Right on the stroke of half time.
Yeah, they have a habit of it, don't they?
Cameron Munster passes his HIA. He will be back for the second half. Cobbo. Out to the 30. Liero for Walker. It's on out to the right. A stutter step by Ponga. 10 short of halfway. 2 tackles left. 13 seconds. As Cotter takes the tackle. This will be the last play of the half. Fifth and last, Walker. A high floating bomb down the throat of Nwangani Tawase. And that will be the halftime break, assuming he doesn't do anything stupid. He just takes it into touch. 12 points to 8. The Blues lead State of Origin game number 2 at halftime. We'll be back for all the second half action in a few minutes. Hope you've been enjoying it so far. Quick halftime break. And we'll be back.
Sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Whoa, 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 ahoy, whoa, whoa, whoa. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and teddy pants less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the 2 and then we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we lay down our bets. No serious analysis, no expert critique, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. Sideline jokes and post-match tales, all the big goofs and epic fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in a world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Wasted world of sports, here's to more cheers. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer.
Ahoy, Wasted World of Sports crew. Welcome back. Oh, has everyone caught their breath? Old Panther, what about that first half display? A much improved first half display by New South Wales. But, yeah, you get that feeling, though. They might, it might get to full time and they'll be regretting a couple of these missed opportunities.
Yeah, I think Queensland were well and truly on top. Second part of that first half, and their completion rate 95%. That's really hard to defend against. I suppose you've got to give New South Wales some credit. They did defend down in their red zone quite well, didn't they?
Oh, they're defending extremely well because they've been under the pump. Something fierce. So they'll be stoked to have gone into the halftime break with the lead, I should imagine.
Wonder if you'll bring Happy on earlier. You wait a while. I just have a feeling that Happy would make a difference ruck there.
Yeah, I would have Appy on, but then I would have Dylan Edwards as my fullback too. So I think Tedesco scoring the match winner in game one pretty much saved his jersey because he was disastrous up until that point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In that game. So
been solid at the back there tonight, but my main issue with Petty is he seems to interfere with the halves. Gets involved too close to the ruck. Seems to stunt the play. That's to me, but apparently the powers that be like that.
Jack Glenn, listening from Thailand, go Blues. Dorcas Kiput, go Blues from PNG. Blues supporters from all over the world. Robert Toa says, let's show these Blues, Queensland. And when you think about it, one of the Blues tries, that mistake from Flegler, could very well have been 8 points to 6. Queensland leading at the break.
Yep. But listening to Trevor Gilmeister tonight before I came over, he reckons good players make their own luck.
Well, that's it.
And,
yeah.
That's what happens. And
yeah, 100%. As though it looks like we've got a mini origin going on out in the middle. I see the little goalposts. I remember the time that we had a school competition at Lang Park, and they had it set up like when you were juniors. They had you set up in the four quarters of the field, and you played across sideline to sideline. Yeah. I still remember that day. It was it was a lesson that I guess I didn't really take on board too much into my adult life because I missed the bus and missed half the tournament. I was late for the bus. I had to get a lift in to Lang Park with like the second batch of the age group that was playing after us. I had to jump on their bus and go and find the rest of the team. And I remember getting back up there and I got told I wasn't going to play because they'd already had somebody to fill in for me. That should have been my lesson to be on time for things, but
hadn't worked.
No, we'll see the mistake that coach made, Mr. McKenzie. The mistake that he made was he let me play anyway. I sat out the next couple of games and then he put me on. Probably because he realised like the kid that replaced me was shithouse, so he needed me out there. That's what I reckon.
Fair enough.
Like I really want to teach you this lesson and have you sit out for the rest of the night, but you're just too good. Joe V2C listening from Bali. Go the Blues. Blues supporters popping up from all over the place.
Seen a crowd figure yet?
No, I haven't. No. I wonder if they list it on NRL.com. Let's see. No, I don't think they normally put stuff like that up there.
Not confident about this second half, Dan.
Yep.
I just have this feeling Queensland are going to come home with a sale.
Oh, yeah, there were just some... I'm a little concerned about Nwangani Tawase's defence. Back, he's just fine. A little concerned. He's been found out down that Queensland's left attacking edge, the Hammer and Cobbo. They're finding some space down there. But we'll see. We'll see. Renee Mahi. Maroon all the day, up the Broncos too. Stephen Humphreys, up the Blues. Valentina Girong Anton says good night to Blues friends. Susan Tony, good night everyone. Hope you have a nice night with State of Origin. Cheers, Susan. Only one tick off my multi so far. It looks like it's staying that way. Jeez, I put Dylan Lucas in as a little bit of a smoky. I don't think I've spotted him on the field yet tonight. Once I think I've called Dylan Lucas's name in the commentary. Michaela, ahoy, up the mighty Blues. Yeah, once I think I've called his name. So I don't think he's had the impact that they really hoped that he would. And therefore, there goes my multi. That one, I dare say. But anyway, that's what I get for putting him in, I suppose. I mean, Hudson Young probably would have been the smarter bet if I had to pick between the two second rowers. I don't know. I like the odds of a debutant in key positions getting across the line.
Well, there's 40 minutes to go, Dan. You know what's going to happen at the end of the half.
I've had many a multi pay off in the 79th minute before. So
that big one for another.
Yep. Yep, and good old Justin Olam. One of my favourite moments from streaming was Justin Olam when he was playing for the Storm, and he was the last leg of my 4-leg multi, and off he went, tearing down the sideline. Full-time siren sounded in the background. And it was all down to him being able to make the distance. That's why we do it, isn't it? That's why we put ourselves through it. The thrill. Like, if I didn't have Justin Olam in my multi, that moment wouldn't have been anywhere near as exciting. Still would have been fun to call, but would have been nowhere near as exciting. That's for sure. So, 12 points to 8 at the halftime break. 2 tries to 1.
Someone in the chat earlier, sorry, Dan.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Someone in the chat earlier said the team that scores first in the second half will go on to win.
Yes.
My predictions so far haven't been right.
I would say if New South Wales score first in the second half, I'm not prepared to write Queensland off by any stretch of the imagination. Not even close. So, here we go. You love to see that. A little bit of push and shove. A little bit of push and shove between two teammates.
Victor Radley that's been doing the head spears.
Yes.
Is he able to fix up his technique in that halftime break?
No, not a chance. He's been doing that for years. That's just part of his game. Here come the Blues out onto the field.
And what do you think about the sharing the duties between Cleary and Moses? You think that's worked so far?
I would have kept Ethan Strange after game one. A more traditional 6-7 combination. I'm not really a fan of picking players out of position just to fit them in. Give the halfback jersey to Cleary or like Cleary for mine, but I'm saying give it to Cleary or Moses and put Ethan Strange there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I don't think you get the same. I mean, look at what Cameron Munster brings to Queensland. Can you say that Mitchell Moses is bringing that in the 6 jersey to New South Wales? Absolutely not. But throw Ethan Strange out there in the second half, and look what happens. Second half about to get underway. A must-win game for Queensland. State of Origin number 2. Second half off and running. Ponga with the restart. It's a shallow kick. Taken on the 20 by Tedesco. Ponga knew as soon as he kicked that, he put his head down and walked off. Geordie, ahoy, mate. Welcome along as the Blues now with first use of it here in the second half. Michelle says New South Wales aren't winning because the NRL doesn't want a dead rubber. Oh, Cameron Murray slips as he takes that ball. Slow play the ball as a dominant tackle by Queensland. Hard to argue against that when you fall on your face in front of the defenders.
That was one interesting stat at half time, Dan, was the play the ball speed. New South Wales is half a second slower.
Oh, right.
On average, yeah. That can make a difference.
Cobbo's gone straight up the middle off the kick return. Cobbo, big run almost to the halfway. Selwyn Cobbo goes 30 metres on the kick return, opens them up, and it's front foot ball for Queensland. Nikita to the 40. Richie Salvini says Queensland will come back in the second half and will win. And Zed Grizzy Rascal, ahoy mate, up the Maroons. As Cotter put on his back 30 metres out. 2 tackles left here for Queensland. Munster goes left for Ponga. Short ball for Capewell. Takes it into the red zone. 5th and last. Munster switches back down the short side. Puts the high ball up. And it's well taken by Nwangani Tawase. He is answering all the questions being asked of him tonight under the high ball. Defensively, though, is where he's been a little bit lacking. New South Wales trapped inside their own 10. Lucas. Second time I've got to say his name tonight. Hudson Young brings it out to the 20. A good carry. Hudson. Some post-contact meters and some valuable ones. As Moses gets the kick away here on the 5th and last. Taken by Cobbo. And after that last carry, why not go again? Oh, and he just bumps off Nathan Cleary. Used him as a speed bump, but Cleary did enough to stop his forward momentum. Hammer 10 short of halfway. 3 minutes gone this second half. 12 points to 8. Queensland, though, with a good early field position here in the second half to build upon. Grant out a dummy half for Walker. Short ball for Nikita. And they've had him pretty well contained tonight, Britton Nikita. 5th and last, Munster with the high ball. It's a little long. Oh, no, it's perfectly placed. To'o takes it on one knee, a metre out from his own line. And Sam Walker leads the kick chase. Tedesco from dummy half. Nowhere to go. This is tough going in the early stages here for the Blues. Nwangani Tawase brought down by Munster. 3 tackles gone. They've made all of 2 meters. Stags heading across field. 4 tackles gone now. They're just outside their own 10. Oh, Tedesco, this isn't going to be any better. 5th and last. They made all of 10 meters. That's it. Moses, the kick is charged down. It sits up for To'o. 6 again, and To'o breaks through. Bumps off the tackle of Munster. Brought down from behind by Cotter. Gets up and goes again. Flicks it out the corner for Hudson Young. 40 meters out. Straight up the middle now. Moses takes it to the 20. Oh, what a stroke of luck here for the Blues. Cleary wants it on the right. Turns it inside for Radley. 3 tackles gone. 20 meters out. Cleary, short ball for Young. Oh, Lucas rather, sorry. 10 meters out. Robson for Radley, who spills it. Victor Radley coughs it up. Big mistake. Oh, Victor's having a shocker. Victor's having an absolute mare. Well, he's called that 6 again. Ashley Klein, that is a head scratcher of a decision. Max Plath turns his back to the play.
You can use your back to play at the
Well,
ball.
you could, yeah. Munster feeds the scrum here. 10 out from their own line. DL, ahoy, mate. $20 out from their own end here, Queensland. Capewell gets the bumpers up on Cleary. Warney. The Shane Warne stand. For Asu Amalawe. Taking a dominant tackle. Walker, the double pump out the back for Ponga. And now Toya, quick hands for Fafita. Gets on the outside of Kula. And he's brought down 40 meters out from the Blues line. Slow play the ball. 5th and last. Walker puts the high ball up. It's a tester here. Taken by Fafita. Bopped back in field. Munster has it. Gets the second kick in. Cobbo's unmarked and scores. We're all locked up. Corn on the Cobbo. Gets an origin try. Oh, Toddy O's going to be excited at that. Our mate Toddy O called Cobbo for a big game tonight. And once again, it's like I was talking about, Old Panther. There's just, I don't know, like, it's painful to say as a Blues supporter, but there's just something so much more exciting about a Queensland try, like the way they put it together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely. But again, like on the football field is the enemy, but the vision that Cameron Munster had then, see that there was about 5 Queensland blokes out that side of the field and no New South Welshmen.
12 points apiece. Kick to come from that left edge. Corn on the Cobbo. Gets a try. And he's not in a multi. I went for the hammer. And Harry Grant. Beware the second kick. That's what Gus Gould says. Beware the second kick. Could have put it through the hands and they would have scored as well. DL says, so good. Had butter on the cob. Oh, that was corn on the cob with butter and hot sauce. Sam Walker from the sideline to put Queensland ahead. 8 minutes into the second half. 5 in from touch. It's on its way. It's right down. Well, it's not quite right down the middle, but it's close enough. Sam Walker gives the Maroons the lead. 14 points to 12.
Feel that coming for about 20 minutes,
Yeah.
couldn't you?
Yep. New South Wales were just holding on, and they finally broke. The let-off, the mistake from Victor Radley up the other end. That was the let-off. $14 points to 12, Queensland lead. Blues with the restart. Munster calls it. Munster claims it. And Fa'asuamaleaui gets the bumpers up. He's driven back in the tackle, though, Big Tino. Queensland 10 out from their own line on that left edge to start. Capewell, they're up quickly on him. Three-man tackle. Stops in his tracks. Gets a quick play of the ball away. Grant tries to get the 6 again. Brings it outside the red zone. Harry Grant, great heads-up play. The big names are starting to step up. Munster, Grant, leading the way. Max Plath taking a good carry. Haas ready to come back onto the field. 5th and last now for Queensland. Walker kicks from inside the 40, straight down the throat of Tedesco. And Teddy, with acres of space to run into, brings it out. 25 out from the blue zone try line. To'o staying down this left side. 9 minutes gone in the second half. Queensland on top. 10 short of halfway. Kohler plays it very scrappily. Haas takes the 4th, just short of halfway. Tedesco, dummies, gets the pass laid out the back for Robson. Numbers to the right. Staggs tries to get under the tackle of the hammer. 5th and last, 30 metres out. Nawangani-Tawase into dummy half. Cleary spots some space. Chips over the top. Ponga backs up for it and takes it well. Spins away from Tedesco. And that means there's no one at the back here for the Blues. Beware an early kick if they have the guts. They're going to hit it up. 20 out from their own line here, Queensland. Leading by 2. Walker goes out of dummy half and almost straight up the middle. Cameron Murray brings him down around the ankles. Ponga slipping into contact in midfield. 2 tackles left. Walker kicks early. Oh, charge down. 6 more for Queensland. Walker earns the 6 again. It had to be 6 again after the after the last one, didn't it? Lindsay Collins. Big carry. Oh, they've got the front foot here, Queensland. This is about to bust wide open. One way or the other. It'll be a Queensland try or it'll be a Blues length of the field intercept. You feel it. Walker, the double pump out for Ponga on the left. Hammer goes in and away. Fends away from Staggs. Cleary comes across and brings him down. 15 metres out, 5th and last. Walker through the hands now for Munster. He puts the kick in. Out to this right edge. Toles under pressure. It's lost forward by Jojo Fafita. First one off Toles, says referee Klein. Seems like there's no thought of a captain's challenge here. To'o, yes. Off To'o first, then Fafita. A result here for Queensland. Sam Walker and Cameron Munster are starting to kick the Blues to death here. And they've had no answer. Scrum down here, 10 metres out. Ponga with the feed. They break left. Walker with Ponga wrapping around the back. In space. Offloads for Cobbo. Cobbo gets a double. There's 2 corns on the cob in this pack. Queensland lead 18-12. Kick to come. Cobbo with a double.
You picked that defensive lapse, didn't you?
Yeah. It was either going to be a Queensland try in the next few minutes or an intercept length of the field effort for the Blues. And this is just a simple training drill of a scrum play with Ponga lurking around the back to create the extra man. New South Wales did well to number up, but Nawangani-Tawase didn't have the power to shut down Cobbo. Stags outpaced Nwanganitawase, outpowered. That was just a training session. 18 points to 12. The kick to come from the sideline. Sweet move from the scrum. Selwyn Cobbo with a double. Odd pop it. You leave for 10 minutes. And look what's happened. The game has swung on its head. Little Bubsy 87. Ahoy. Up the Maroons. Ruthie Contis says, go Blues, you can do it. Denzel Valentino, try was corn on the cob. Oh, sorry, Selwyn Cobbo. Not everybody knows my nickname for him is corn on the cob. Selwyn Cobbo. Should be pretty obvious though, right? Corn on the cob.
So, who has signed that fellow rugby?
Yeah, good question. I would say that he's going to the Waratahs.
They'll have their defensive coach watching.
Well, completely different different game defensively. He was one of the most solid defenders in rugby union.
Yep.
Yeah. From the sideline again, Sam Walker right down the middle. 20 points to 12. Queensland well on top. And New South Wales, if they're not careful here, they could get steamrolled here for the rest of this game. It's funny, isn't it? Like, they have a game like game one where they're just atrocious in the first half. They have game two where they've started well, but now it's like they're out of gas.
Yeah. That 95% completion rate is them about, hasn't it?
Munster for Collins, and look at this Blues defense trying to turn the game around. Jarius Henry says, if Queensland win, who will get man of the match? Oh, geez, you'd be tempted to go Sam Walker. I mean, Cobbo's got 2 tries, and he's been involved in a lot of play. Tends to favour the halfbacks, though, doesn't it? So you would think Sam Walker. As Queensland now, Nikora takes the 5th and last 10 short of halfway. Laurie does not look happy. The kick from inside the 40, straight down the throat of Tedesco, who's backing up for it on his own 10. And Teddy winds up, brings it outside the red zone. Maxi Plath leading the way there with Lindsay Collins on the kick chase. Moses into dummy half. I think it is time. Oh, Fanua Blake's on the field. I think it's time. Mitchell Moses hasn't really offered anything to this game. I know he's not 100%. Get him off the field and get Ethan Strange on. Fanua Blake out to the 40. His first carry. Hudson Young now to the halfway line. 5th and last. Robson goes for Cleary on the right side. He puts it high. Cobbo coming forward for it. Takes it on the 20. Not a very solid kick chase there. Robson leading the way. Lucas makes the tackle. Now the hammer. Has he copped another high shot here from Radley? Oh, get those hits down, Victor. Jojo Fafita in midfield. 24.5 minutes to go. My clock's got itself a little bit ahead again. Flegler stands in the 2-man effort. Grant off down the short side. Harry Grant goes straight through. Support from Ponga. Ponga with 1 to beat. Can't get away from Tedesco. That's the 5th and last 10 metres out. Quick play the ball. They've got them absolutely skinned. Walker needs to go right. Does. Munster. Crossfield kick again. To'o backing up for it. Jojo Fafita wins it in the air and scores.
Yeah, mate.
It's a steamroll now. Jojo Fafita straight over the top of To'o. That's a mismatch they've been trying to get happen all game long. Queensland running away with it here. Harry Grant sets it up with the line break. Cameron Munster finishes it off with the crossfield kick. And now, I think Cameron Munster for man of the match, for mine. $24 points to 12, the kick to come. And yeah, Paul Brian To'o backing up against...
No chance, did he?
No. All Jojo Fafita had to do was catch this one. 24-12, kick to come. Larens says that's To'o's Origin series.
Well, that's possible too, because these days normally you need tall blokes on the wing, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. The game, I think, has just got a bit beyond Brian To'o at this level. Backing up. And he was on a hide into nothing there.
Yeah. Much of it.
Youngie says Teddy's last game. Well, has to be. Game one should have been his last game, but he saved himself by scoring the match winner. I don't even understand how he was picked in the first place, but yeah, definitely Teddy's last game. 100% for real this time. Sam Walker over on the right side of the field this time. He's been perfect from the left edge. A couple of meters in from the right edge. Oh, he's perfect from this side too. That's it. Sam Walker for man of the match. Conversion successful. Queensland lead 26-12.
Well, the New South Wales came from 14 points down in the first game.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, happened.
What a try. What a kick. 26 points to 12. It's one-way traffic this second half. Blues get us back underway. Lindsay Collins from the back fence, and look at him. Oh, he's lost the ball. It was knocked out by Hudson Young, though. That'll be 6 more tackles, you would think. Oh, it's called a knock on. They might think about challenging this. Challenge. Yep. Big Herman Munster says we'll challenge that one. That ball seemed like it was clearly slapped out. 26-12. There he is, Herman Munster. Oh. And then Hudson Young bats the ball out. User 56 says New South Wales have to score next. Oh, wow. Challenge unsuccessful. A loose carry called against Lindsay Collins. Wow. I don't know what to say about that. Any of that.
Because it depends which angle you look at it from. I'll take it.
Unsuccessful challenge. New South Wales scrum 10 metres out.
They do anything with it. This is the thing.
Oh, hammer. Lifting in the tackle there. Katoni Staggs falls safely. Luckily for the hammer. Fanua Blake, 5 metres out from the line. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy, mate. Robson for Yo, who angles back in towards the post. Couple of meters out. Flegler's up around the face there of Isaiah Yo. Penalty right out in front. Penalised for that work around the face that I just called. Robson taps and goes for Payne Haas. Still 5 meters out. Robson for Cleary. Out the back left for Moses. Kohler, well covered by Queensland jerseys. 10 meters out from the line, New South Wales. They need to try and get some defenders out of position here. It was a Queensland wall, that last play. Cleary goes short for Young. Tackle 4, 10 meters out. There's just no gaps here. Robson for Cleary. Out the back for Teddy. Floats it over the top for Staggs. Now he gives it to Nwangani Tawase. Nwangani Tawase, stutter step, inside out. Reaches out and plants it down for a double. There were 3 Queensland defenders all over him. And somehow, Nwangani Tawase gets the ball to ground. He knows his way to the try line, this bloke. I said it earlier. They're finding him out defensively, but boy, he knows his way to the try line. Stutter. Reach out, try. 26-16 with the kick to come from out wide. It's winger's day today.
I thought Katoni had done the wrong thing there, but he had a lot of work to do. The wing, he had to reach back for the ball first, then put that little stutter step on. He certainly does know how to find the try line. Only got to do that another 3 times. He's done it. Yes. Well done. Prince of Penrith has kept it going.
Brought it back around, did he? 26 points to 18.
He actually had no right to score that try, did he?
None at all. None at all.
Thought Katoni had blown it, and then he had to reach back for the ball when the pass was made. And like you said, about 4 blokes that cover him.
Yep. Absolutely no right whatsoever. Nwangani Tawase. What an effort. Moses takes the kickoff. And Fanua Blake, well met by the Queensland defence. Ethan Strange, Appy Coruscant on the bench. When do they get unleashed? At least one of them. Payne Haas outside the 20. Robson down the short side for Tedesco. Gets it back for Robson. Brings it back into midfield. Robson. But he's cut down by Collins and Nicker. 35 out from their own line. Tedesco into dummy half for Cleary to kick early. It's not a lot of distance on it. And it's an easy take at the back for Ponga. And they'll start their set here 10 short of halfway. Ponga plays it. Cobbo. Cut down from behind by Staggs as he headed across field for Feeder. Takes it into the Blues half. That's a better carry. Forward. Munster steps off that left boot. Wrapped up by Young. And Fanua Blake there to help out. 40 metres out from the line. 2 tackles left. Walker for Ponga. Taps it on for the hammer. Steps inside. Gets the ball for Cobbo in space. Grubbers in for the hammer. And that's tick number 2 off the multi. Oh, some push and shove in back play. 30 points to 18 with the kick to come. Hamaso Tabuai Fido with another State of Origin try. Found short on that side again. The tap on here. Hammer steps inside his man. It was Cleary. Cobbo puts the grubber kick in. Cobbo, oh, Ponga's been cleaned up here. Oh, here we go. 10 in the bin for Stags.
Come up out of the defensive line.
Yep, Stags has come racing up and put the hit on Ponga. Shoulder to the face. And this will be 10 in the bin. There's your level up. He's raced up out of the defensive line, hit late. Shoulder to the face. 30 points to 18. Hammer with the try.
That's the trouble with that sort of play, isn't it? If it doesn't work, you and he's done that a couple of times tonight. Left that outer edge exposed.
Try confirmed. $30 points to 18 with the kick to come, and the way Sam Walker's been kicking tonight. This will be going straight over the black dot. 10 in the bin for Stags. Called it. 10 in the bin for Katoni Stags. We knew there was going to be a square up for game one. And there it is. A very, very similar circumstance in many ways. $30 points to 18 with the kick to come. 16 minutes left to play. Youngie says Stags drop for game 3. So that's To'o gone, Stags gone, Teddy gone. We might not have any players left for. But yeah, that was pretty clear cut, I'm afraid. He's raced up out of the line to put a big hit on. He's lost all control, and he's taken him high. And Nwangani Tuase caught out in defense again. And yeah, I guess that's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Like I always say about, I say it about players all the time. Like, they bring you points, but how many do they cost you? Oh, Ethan Strange, ready to come onto the field. A little bit too late, I think, for the Blues.
About 10 minutes too late, I think.
As Sam Walker converts. 32 points to 18. 16 minutes left. Ethan Strange out. The Blues a man down. They go short with the restart. So short that it doesn't even make 2 meters, let alone the 10 that it needed. And, well, James Tedesco just adding to the case of can't be picked again. 16 minutes to go. Why are they going short? Interesting. Well, here come Queensland now. Full set of 6 inside New South Wales half. New South Wales a man down. 15 and a half minutes to play. We've got 2 ticks off the multi now. I should imagine they're not really offering me anything worth looking at cashing out. Walker drifts across field, links up with Munster, turns it inside for Cotter, and Cletus Takes it 30 metres out from the Blues line. Grant from dummy half, straight up the middle, links up with Collins. Game, set, match. Lindsay Collins with the try. The floodgates well and truly open now. Harry Grant making a case for man of the match for himself.
Can't take your eyes off that bloke.
36 points to 18 with the kick to come. It's a massacre.
Now, that one was Nathan's fault. Beat him around the ruck there.
Harry Grant sells the dummy.
Oh, yeah.
Draws in Tedesco at the back and Lindsay Collins. Herman Munster under the post. Well, beside the post. Try confirmed. Wow. 36 points to 18. Kick to come from beside the post. Sam Walker's been putting them over from both sidelines. Surely he kicks this one blindfolded.
Nathan wasn't watching the ball. Watching that fella.
Yeah. $36 points to 18.
Fatigue factor's well and truly in play now.
Walker taking some time here with the kick. What's going on here? That's better. Sam Walker from right beside the post puts it over. 38 points to 18.
The tackles tell a bit of a story, Dan.
Hmm.
New South Wales 287, 268. That's not so bad. Missed tackles 34 to 23.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing the same kick. He gets it the 10 metres this time. It's batted back by Queensland and Ponga has it. What's the definition of insanity again? Although, in fairness, they did get a different result. It went the 10 this time at least. Flegler bumps off one, beats a second. Big Tommy Flegler taken down just short of the 40. Now Plath. The wind is well and truly in the sails here of the Queenslanders. Grant for Walker. Dummies almost opens them up. Sammy Walker. There's a steal from Robson, but it's too late. Referee had already called held. Penalty to Queensland. 40 metres out from the line. What was I going to say? Lost my train of thought. Kick to touch, 30 metres out from the line, Queensland. Toya taps it. Walker in midfield for Plath.
Big 50s on the cards.
Oh, 50's well and truly on the cards. 2 more tries and the way that Walker's kicking.
Yep.
Man of the match. I think there's 3 candidates. Walker, Munster or Grant. I don't think you could argue either one of them getting it as Robert Toya now tries to get involved. And he's tackled 5 metres out from the line. Oh, Cobbo as well is an option, yes. The arrow onto Munster. A floater over the top for Cobbo. And he doesn't even try. He stalls and comes back into midfield for Grant. And Plath From a standing start, Plath beats one. He's finally brought to ground by Robson, 15 metres out. Grant back in field for Munster. Delays the pass back for Liero. And now Walker wrapping around to the left. Grubber's in behind the line. Tedesco's there. And he's tackled in goal. It'll be a goal line restart. The Blues just can't get any attack going. I reckon though, like Cobbo. See, Cobbo doesn't score those tries if he doesn't receive, like, one of those tries is purely Cameron Munster's try assist.
Yep.
So I think Cobbo loses points for that. Man of the match, Sam Walker and Cameron Munster, I reckon, are even Stevens. Harry Grant is very close behind. Cobbo then fourth in the list. As Grant wraps around, keeps it alive for Asua Malawi. And he fights his way towards the line. Oh, imagine the moment if Big Tino scores tonight. Walker for Ponga. Skips away to the right edge. Ponga taken down a metre out here, fifth and last. Grant fires it over into midfield for Walker. Munster runs in behind his own man and has to surrender. Now it's the last. Liero doesn't know it's the last. He leaves the ball out the back and it's been knocked on. Oh, 6 more for the Maroons. Ashley Klein took an eternity to make that call, but here they come. Out to the right, Sam Walker. Another set restart. A couple of metres out from the line. The crash ball for Max Plath. A metre out just on that right upright. Grant fires it left for Munster. Runs out of options left, so brings it back into midfield. A settler on play 3. Grant out of dummy half. Robson's a mile offside. Oh, he's told to go back and play it. Lucky he was off the mark. Max Plath on the crash ball. A metre out. Munster. Tapped on by Ponga for the hammer. Here goes Cobbo for the corner. Oh, he's bounced it. Cobbo bounces it. He's bounced the ball, Cobbo. He's cost himself a hat-trick here, the Cobb.
He'll get given that, going by what happened the other day in the NRL.
We've got to watch that left boot as well.
Still got his fingers on.
It's gone up as no try.
He'll get it. The other day, Black had a fingernail on it.
Did it go up as a try or no try in the one the other day? I remember. Well, he's got 2 fingers on the ball.
Go.
Try. 42 points to 18. It's a massacre. Cobbo gets a hat trick. That brings him into well and truly into man of the match contention. A hat trick.
Who was it in the chat that said first scorer in the second half wins? He deserves a medal.
3 tries for Corn on the Cobbo. $42 points to 18.
He had 2 Queensland players outside him that time.
Yep. Well, one stands to reason. But essentially, what we're saying is it would have been an overlap even with a full complement. I reckon Cobbo with that 3rd try is leapt to the front of the queue for man of the match. Sam Walker from the sideline once again. And once again, it's right down the bloody middle. He can't miss. 44 points to 18. 7.5 minutes to go. And, well, if Laurie Daly hadn't already quit as New South Wales coach, it'd certainly be going through his head right about now. All right. Let's see. Cleary taking over the restarts. It's a low, flat one this time. So with 16 minutes to go, they go short kickoffs. With 7 minutes to go, they send it deep. Can someone explain that to me? User 56 says Laurie Daly will be sacked. No, he'll obviously coach the next game, but he's already said he's not doing it next year, Laurie Daly. But yes, I think if he didn't already quit, then you couldn't possibly have him again next year, surely. Fifth and last, Sam Walker puts the high ball up. Nawanga Nitawase takes it, and the Blues have some ball for the first time in about 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure. So they've had their hands on the ball. Cameron Murray caught 10 metres out. 6 minutes to go for me to get these 2 try scorers that I need. I don't think it's looking likely. Well, I don't even know if Lucas is even still on the field. What was my other one that I had? Because I know Cobbo was in my other multi. Oh, I only need one more leg out of that one. Brian To'o is the last leg that I need. As the kick downfield taken by Ponga, he runs it back into midfield. 5.5 minutes to go. 44 points to 18. Oh, here we go. MCG came to 2026, 91,671. Origin record. Forty metres out from the line. Munster dancing around in midfield. Toying with them as Munster. Fifth and last. Walker puts the high ball up. Tedesco takes it a metre out from his own try line. Max Plath leading the chase. $44 points to 18. Wow. Dangerous Dan says the Maroons will get 50 points. There's Cleary, dummies. He's taken down by the hammer on tackle 4. Robson out of dummy half. Throws a poor pass to Yo, who has to trap it with his boot. Fifth and last. Still inside their own 30. Cleary puts a high looping bomb up down the middle of the park. Queensland let it bounce. It deflects off Barnett. The second kick from Tedesco is charged down. That'll be 6 more tackles. Strange in open space. Flicks it up around the corner for Tedesco. Barnett now goes again. Keeps it alive for Lucas, who puts the fend on Munster. But Munster slings him to ground. 3 minutes 40 to go. That's tackle 1. Tedesco out of dummy half. Links up with Cleary up the middle. 10 metres out now. Set restart as Cameron Murray tries to burst his way through. 5 out in front of the posts. Robson goes short for Yo, who spins, can't get over the line. Robson, the crash ball for Hudson Young. Oh, perilously close there, Hudson. He can't reach out and get it across the line. Murray short for Barnett. There's a try under the posts. Mitch Barnett. On the crash ball, over goes the big fella. .44-22, kick to come. Fat Bloke 48. Ahoy, mate. You've just been watching the Origin game. Do you think Daly should have brought on Appy sooner? Absolutely. Appy Coruscant and Ethan Strange. Well, Ethan Strange should have started for mine. Mitchell Moses added nothing to the team. Yeah, I think Ethan Strange should have retained his spot. Appy Coruscant should have been used much earlier as Cleary converts from right in front. 44 points to 24. 3 minutes to go. Mitchell Barnett with the try. Queensland in no hurry to get this one back underway. Ponga sends it deep. To'o takes it. Who's got running with him? The try scorer, Mitch Barnett. To'o brings it outside the 20. Murray at first receiver again. Robson out of dummy half. Nice quick play the ball. Cleary out to the right for Staggs back on the field. Beats Cobbo, who jammed in. Flicks it back now for Lucas. 2 tackles left here for the Blues, just inside the Queensland half. Oh, they've lost the ball. Coughed up in midfield. Scrum down here for Queensland. Youngie says, do you think they'll make Strange start in game 3? Well, when Laurie Daly's the coach, who knows, mate, honestly. I don't understand how Laurie Daly got given the job again after he sucked so badly the first time he did it. I mean, he goes down easily as the worst New South Wales coach of all time, right? In terms of record.
Got a bad record.
Yeah. Worst Origin coach of all time, I think, the poor fella, because he seems like a nice enough bloke, Loz. He probably doesn't deserve that accolade, but it's hard to argue against. His results at Origin level as a coach have been horrible. May as well put me out there. A minute to go. 35 meters out. Munster, dummies, tries to step back in field. Maori Boy says Ivan Cleary should take over, but that's the problem. Ivan's not going to be available until 2028 at the earliest. So who coaches next year? Who would be willing to come in and coach knowing that they're just a stopgap? Munster takes the tackle on the 5th and last. That'll be a handover. 20 seconds left. Oh, God. Youngie says, Freddie, hey, can we stop going back to coaches who have failed? Like, it's bad enough they brought Laurie back. You're going to bring Freddie back, really, for another go? Strange gets the offload for Young. That's the full-time siren sounding. Ashley Klein says, that's the game. Queensland have won 44 points to 24. An absolute annihilation here at the MCG. I wonder how long they had that graphic prepared. The decider, July 8th. Game 3, Suncorp Stadium. Best of luck, New South Wales, in that one. We all know what happens at State of Origin deciders in Queensland. $44 to 24. Players shaking hands there with Ashley Klein.
There can't be too many complaints about ref tonight.
No, he. I think he controlled the game quite well overall. Some questionable calls, but that you always get that, right?
And they were both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe. I can't believe. Mosky Oz says, how can they not void Ethan Strange, only getting to play 16 minutes? They voided my Appy Coruscant bet. He got no game time at all. Wetamati. Werehana. Oi, mate. Yeah, Queensland makes the third Origin worth waiting. Dangerous Dan reckons Kieran Foran should be the Blues coach next year. I think he'll be busy somehow.
Well, that has happened before. Queensland had Graham Lowe as coach.
That's right, yeah. I just meant he'll be busy coaching Manly.
Yeah.
Now that he's officially been given the role full time. Oh, boy.
Who are you picking for man of the match? I'll go Walker.
Yeah, Sam Walker. I think Cobbo put his hand up with the 3 tries, but it usually goes the way of the halves, doesn't it? If either of the halves have a good game, it usually goes the way of the halves. The thing is, like, Cameron Munster had such a good game too. It's tight. It's tough. I don't think you could argue any of the 3. Sam Walker, Cam Munster, or Selwyn Cobbo. I think if any one of those 3 got it, I don't think there'd be too many battered eyelids, personally.
I suppose when you look at critical parts of the game, then every likely badly.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, actually, that was going to be my next topic of conversation was the turning point, the big turning point in that game was when Queensland were on the attack and there was that questionable set restart call from the charge down. The kick that went into the back of Max Plath and he called it played at and 6 again. And then they get within the red zone and Victor Radley spills the ball. Queensland score a breakout try off the very next set, I think it was. And I'm like, that's the turning point right there. So, yeah, it kind of was Victor Radley that was the difference between the 2 teams. Yeah. Old Panther, any last words before we sign off here for the evening?
Well, I don't think they need to make radical changes. The issue that came up during the week, most of pundits was why change a team one in game 1? They were mainly referring to Ethan Strange.
Yes.
Left out. And what I saw there tonight, they really need somebody like Appy, Booker, because there didn't seem to be much happening. Really. You look at the difference between 2 Bookers, and you never know what Harry Grant's going to do. And if you wait to see what he does, too late. Whereas Robson, was it?
Robson, yep.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be any variation in his play. I think that's a major problem there.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Well, I think for game 3, for game 3 for the Blues, Queensland, don't change anything. Yeah, if you're Queensland, no change. That's why. Huh?
We picked it.
Yeah.
Sam Walker.
Oh, Sam Walker, man of the match. Yeah, there you go. Sammy Walker, player of the match. I don't think you can argue. You can't argue with it. Walker, Munster, Cobbo, either one. So yeah, Queensland don't make any changes unless forced by injury. We don't even need to talk about that.
This bloke's scary, isn't he? Like, imagine what he's going to be like in a couple of years.
Yeah, for sure.
Matures.
For sure. For New South Wales, I think Edwards in for Tedesco, Coruscant in for Robson, and I'm sorry, but I think Origin's just passed Brian To'o by. I think he's had his time at this level. So I'll have to have a think about who you bring in, but yeah, you need a big body over there who can get under the high ball. So, Dylan Lucas will never see a blue jersey again. You have to question Victor Radley being there. Bostock, thank you, King Glocks. I did want to go away and have a little bit of a think about it, but yeah, Bostock. He was on the interchange bench tonight. Bostock and 2 smoking barrels. Now that's a tall man. He's about 8 foot tall. So, yeah. July 8th, anyway. Mark Nawangani-Tuase, yeah, I mean, he got found out defensively. He knows his way to the try line, so... Yes, the man of the match has been announced. It was Sam Walker. 0 arguments from me on that one. Sam Walker, player of the match. Yeah.
Now, that's an interesting thing on the chat there, Dan.
What's that?
Well, somebody's going about Nathan Cleary again, but tonight, it's obvious the play was to be shared between Cleary and Moses. So, do you put this all down to Nathan? Do we look at the fact that forwards were outplayed, or?
Yeah, I think Strange comes back in for game 3. I mean, I've said it. I've said it multiple times over the years. You can't have 2 number 7s playing in the halves. Mitch Moses and Nathan Cleary. Mitch Moses, Nathan Cleary. Sam Walker and Nathan Cleary wouldn't even work. So I'm not picking on Mitch Moses here, but you don't pick a halfback to play 5'8". You pick a 5'8". I don't understand. New South Wales have this obsession with picking guys out of position. Queensland pick teams. New South Wales pick players. That's the difference. That's why Queensland always win. But anyway, I digress. You pick the best team. You don't necessarily just try and jigsaw puzzle players into the team because they're good.
I can remember years ago, and that was their philosophy. South Wales was put best players on the field, even if they are out of position. And sometimes it worked. Yeah, you're right. You have to pick players by position.
Ideally, yeah. Yep. Oh, well. Waste of Water Sports crew, thank you so much for joining me for this one. I've got to start work in about 2 hours. So, lucky me.
Well,
So,
done. Yeah.
time for me to jump off. But yeah, anything else you'd like to add, Old Panther?
Not really. Too many tears.
Fair enough. Wasted World of Sports crew, thank you so much. Old Panther will be back with us, I'm guessing, for the decider. Can you put yourself through it?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you so much. I will. Well, actually, I will. Yes, I'll see you Thursday. No, there's no Thursday night game this week. I'll see you Friday night. But then I'll be having Saturday off because we're off to the Titans game. So, thank you so much, everyone, and we'll catch you guys for the NRL over the weekend.
At all.
Cheers.